everyone, I'm Amy and welcome to my yoga channel here on YouTube. If you're new to this space, then welcome. It's great to have you here. I'm a Rocket and Vinyasa trained yoga teacher and I've been practicing yoga now for about 15 years, which seems a bit crazy, but all good. It's something that I absolutely love. So I thought today that I would come on here and share part of my practice with you. And it's probably the main basis of my own practice really, which is Sun Salutations. Now I know that there's loads of different variations for Sun Salutations. So today I'm just going to kind of run you through the way that I do my own home practice, with also sort of talking you through arm positioning, where to put the gaze, and hopefully at the end of it you'll be able to take something away with you for your own practice at home. So, okay, let's get started. So to begin with, I'm going to come to the top of the mat. I don't come to completely to the top of the mat. I kind of do like a step back because obviously we're going to be putting our hands down on the mat and you need a bit of space in front of you. So to begin with, I'm going to come into standing position, hands by the sides, feet in line with the hips. And what you want to kind of aim to do is to have your weight into your heels. So if you can lift your toes, and then just pop the toes back down onto the mat. I feel a little bit of a lift as well in the inner arches of the feet. Gaze here, you can either close down the eyes to begin with, or you can have your eyes open and have your gaze just straight ahead of you. Whatever feels good, whatever feels comfortable. Hands by the sides, palms open. You're going to kind of lift the shoulders slightly and then just roll them back, just to release any tension in the shoulders and the neck. And just come to standing for a few moments at the top of the mat, just to kind of give yourself a bit of grounding into the mat before you start today. We're going to move through our Sun Salutations. The Sun Salutations are amazing for warming up the body, the front side of the body, the back side of the body, just giving you kind of a good overall stretch. Great for adding heat, warming you up, and just kind of waking you up, getting ready for the day. Okay, so after we've stood for a couple of moments, I'm going to kind of focus on the breath, equal inhales and exhales. If you have Ujjayi breath here, then start to engage your Ujjayi breath, which is your fire breath. And just kind of slow everything down. Ready for your practice this morning. So when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, blink open the eyes. We're going to take a big inhale. We're going to raise the arms up above the head. Gaze comes up towards the thumbs. And as we exhale, we're going to come into a forward fold. Now if you've got blocks here, sometimes it's quite a nice idea to grab a block and use that to kind of lift the ground, to raise it closer to your hands. Or even putting the hands on the shins, the thighs. Again, whichever feels comfortable and accessible to you today in your practice. So from here with our forward fold, we're going to take an inhale and we're going to half lift and bring the gaze up. Again, not lifting up the head too much so that you get this tension in the back of your neck. You want to kind of keep everything nice and relaxed and just bring the gaze up slightly. And the point here is we're kind of adding length through the spine. And then on our exhale, we're going to step ourselves back, coming into a plank position here. Now you've got a couple of options. We're either going to come into knees down, lowering the chest slowly to the mat so that the front side of the body is flat to the mat. Or if you do have chaturanga in your practice, you're going to come from plank position, wrists in line with the shoulders, feet hips width distance apart. And then we're going to slowly lower down, tucking the elbows in towards the side ribs. And then coming down fully onto the mat. On your inhale, option here to either take baby cobra, we're using the back muscles to gently lift ourselves and our chest off of the mat, lifting the palms as well. Or again, if it's in your practice, you come up to a full upward facing dog, where the thighs come off the mat, pressing through the palms and the tops of the feet. And as we exhale, we're going to move into our first downward facing dog. So in downward facing dog, if you have your feet hips width distance apart, your gaze is going to kind of want to be towards your navel or tops of the thighs. Wrists in line with the shoulders and your pointer fingers pointing towards the top edge of the mat.
And here you're going to kind of want to relax the neck, relax the shoulders. We're going to take 3 to 5 breaths here, whichever feels good for you in your practice. Taking those long inhales and exhales. Grounding into downward dog, relaxing into the posture. Then when you're ready on your next inhale, we're going to lift the heels, bring the gaze forward towards the palms, and then either from here, you can jump, step, or walk to the top of your mat. So whichever feels good for you today. I'm going to take a little walk up to the top of the mat. And then on an inhale, we're going to come back into that half lift where the gaze comes up. Again, option to use the blocks here if that feels good. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold back into our forward fold. On the next inhale, we're going to rise all the way back up to standing, palms together, gaze comes towards the thumbs, and we're going to exhale to Tadasana, to stand. So that was one round of Sun Salutation A. We're going to do a couple more rounds of those before we move on to Sun Salutation B, and then that will kind of help give you a better idea, and then of course you can continue as many as you wish. So on the next inhale, bring the palms up above the head, gaze comes towards the thumbs, exhale to a forward fold. Option for blocks here. Inhaling to a half lift, flat back. And as we exhale, we're going to step back. Option for knees, chest, chin, or lowering down through chaturanga, tucking the ribs into the side body, elbows into the ribs and the side body. Inhale to upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhaling back into downward facing dog, where we're going to take 3 nice long inhales and exhales, pedaling out the legs if that feels good. Sometimes in the morning I know that my hamstrings are a lot tighter than in the evening, so it often helps just to kind of pedal out the legs a little bit here, or just to keep a natural bend, bend through the knees or lifting the heels, whichever feels good. You just don't want to put any tension or any strain through the body or the backs of the legs. Taking a couple more inhales and exhales. Again, gaze towards the navel, pointer fingers towards the top edge of the mat. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the heels. Gaze comes forward towards the palms, exhaling to bend the knees. Inhale to jump, step or walk to the top of the mat. Half lift, gaze comes forwards, exhaling to a forward fold. And then inhaling, palms together, arms up above the head. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center into Tadasana. So one more round, Sun Salutation A. On the next inhale, raise the arms above the head, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale to forward fold. Inhaling to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, step back, lower down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling to upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhaling to downward facing dog. We're here for 3 breaths. Your body should start to feel a lot warmer now. Kind of getting used to running through the postures. A couple more inhales and exhales, pedaling out the legs. And again, when you're ready, inhale to lift the heels, gazes forwards. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, stepping to the top of the mat. Half lift, gaze comes up. Exhale into forward fold. And exhale to rise all the way back up to standing and hands to prayer at heart center. So that was our Sun Salutation A. So we're now going to move on to Sun Salutation B. So it follows relatively the same principle, but here we're going to add in a couple of Warrior One poses. Okay, so again, I'm going to talk you through them and yeah, we'll get going. So Sun Salutation B. So with Sun Salutation B, we're going to inhale the arms up, lowering down into chair pose. So the weight again is in the heels. Gaze comes up towards the thumbs or straight forwards. Exhaling into our forward fold. Inhale to half lift, flat back. Exhaling, stepping back, lowering down knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhaling back into our downward facing dog. So from here, we're going to take an inhale, lifting the right leg up, and exhale to step it through on the outside of your right palm. Putting a bend through the right knee, turning your left foot out towards the outer edge of the mat. We're going to take an inhale, rising up into warrior one position. So you want to have your knee at a 90-degree angle. Gaze comes up towards the palms or straight forwards. And then as we exhale, palms to the mat, we're going to step back, lowering down through chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward facing dog or baby cobra. And exhaling back into our downward facing dog. And we're going to repeat on the left hand side. So inhale the left leg up, exhale, step it through. Inhale to rise all the way up into warrior one. And exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back, lower down, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhaling to downward facing dog. We're going to stay here for 3 breaths. 3 nice long equal inhales and exhales. Again, you really should start to feel the body warming up here. Kind of definitely bring some energy and heat into the body, which is good. Definitely kind of sets you up for the day. Pedaling out the legs again if needs be. And when you're ready, inhale the heels up, exhale to bend the knees. Inhaling to jump or step to the top of the mat, half lift, gaze comes forwards. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale up through chair pose. And exhale to stand, hands to prayer at heart center. So we're going to do just 2 more rounds of those, just to kind of, so you can get a better idea and give yourselves a little bit of practice as well. And just so that you kind of got 3 sun salutation A's, 3 sun salutation B's. And yeah, let's go. So inhale, arms up, chair pose, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, flat back. Exhale, stepping back, lowering down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhaling the left leg up, right leg up, stepping through, rise up to warrior one. Don't know the difference between my left and right. Exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhaling to downward facing dog. Repeating on the left hand side, so inhale the left leg up and through. Inhale, rise all the way up to warrior one. Exhaling, palms to the mat, step back, lower down, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Now here in downward facing dog, you might want to take a nice inhale through the nose and an exhale through the mouth, just to let everything go. Start to slow everything down again, really making sure that you're kind of concentrating on the breath, on your inhales and your exhales. Pedaling out the legs. Then on the inhale, lifting the heels, exhale to bend the knees. Inhale to jump or step or walk to the top of the mat. Half lift, gaze comes forwards. Exhale, forwards folds. And inhale through chair position. And then exhale to stand. 1 more round. So inhale, arms up, look thumbs. Exhaling to a forward fold. Inhale, half lift, gaze comes forwards. Exhale, stepping back, lower down through chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling to upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up and through, rising up into our warrior one position. Gaze comes up towards the thumbs. Exhale, palms to the mat, step back, lowering down chaturanga, upward facing dog, and exhaling to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and through, warrior one, the left hand side, gaze comes up. Exhale, palms to the mat, stepping back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. and exhale into downward facing dog. We've made it through 3 of each, folks. So that's our 3 sun salutation A's, sun salutation B's. Just take a couple more breaths in our downward facing dog, slowing everything down. Again, focus on the breath. Just some nice heat running through the body, ready and raring to go for your day ahead. If you're doing this in the morning or whenever you happen to be rolling out the mat for your practice today. On the inhale, lift the heels, gazes forwards towards the palms. Exhale to walk, jump or step to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up through chair position. And exhale to stand, hands to prayer at heart centre. So there we go, everyone. That was 3 sun salutation A's and 3 sun salutation B's. So hopefully you'll be able to take away some of that for your own practice. See you next time. There's lots more videos coming up on the YouTube channel, so definitely keep your eyes peeled for those, and I will see you soon.